Zurich, Switzerland, December 2019. Scientists Janif Ehrlich and Robert Grass announce an incredible technological breakthrough, one that takes the unassuming form of a small plastic bunny. This seemingly mundane object hides an incredible secret. Just like a living creature, the bunny has its own DNA. But how? By binding negatively charged molecules of biological DNA with positively charged particles of protective silica, Ehrlich and Grass were able to create the world's first synthetic DNA. While biological DNA is relatively fragile, this synthetic DNA can last potentially for eons. In the case of the bunny, the scientists encoded the digital files used to create the 3D printed object into the plastic. With even just a tiny snippet, they can decode the information inside and print a new copy of the bunny, which will carry the same synthetic DNA. What makes this breakthrough particularly significant is the fact that it has the ability to store massive amounts of data.
Digital computers that you have in your cell phone and everywhere in our world today deals with digital information, zeros and ones, zeros and ones. And that's how it makes calculations. Now, Mother Nature is more sophisticated. On a DNA molecule, Mother Nature computes in base 4, A, T, C, G, rather than 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1. And we can actually compute by hijacking this base 4 mechanism that Mother Nature has created and putting our programming on ATCG, ATCG.
Experts say that once this technique is scaled up, massive amounts of data can be stored in any object, retrieved, and replicated, presumably forever.
These are great alternatives of storing data because they don't need any energy for storage. They can just sit on a shelf and not degrade.
Once you actually encode data into DNA, it's very cheap to replicate. So you can put petabytes of data into a droplet of DNA and then make 1 billion copies of it very inexpensively. And if you have a redundancy strategy, lots of copies is a good thing. DNA is also very compact. The amount of space it takes to store the Wikipedia is just a few drops of liquid. And those could actually just be embedded into fabric or paper and take up almost no space.
Although DNA data storage is still in its infancy, ancient astronaut theorists believe it presents an intriguing possibility. Is it possible that many out-of-place artifacts discovered around the world have much more to offer than what meets the eye? Might they contain information within them about whatever civilization left them behind?
There are lots of natural materials that conduct and can contain information today. Crystals, various types of stones, even living organisms. So is it possible that extraterrestrials have embedded ancient sacred knowledge, some type of material that if we were able to extract this information, there could be a wealth of information ready, waiting at our fingertips?